Good morning and God bless you. My name is Fred Garnes. Thank you for joining me this morning in God Before Coffee. Um, my editor woke me up early this morning, so I'm all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Not caffeinated yet. I'm waiting. But the Holy Spirit's really just amazing. I was struggling with what to release to you today, and he's so faithful. He just kind of woke me up, and I had all these things rampaging around in my spirit, and it's awesome. He just provides everything that I need, and he gives me the words to release. So I just pray that he blesses this broadcast and that it blesses you as well. I'm going to be saying and asking a question. Who are we serving? Who are you serving? As an individual, who are we serving as a church? Who are we serving as a community? And the text I'm going to be referring to is Matthew chapter 25. I'm going to start with verse 31. When the Son of Man comes in his glory and all the holy angels with him, then he will sit on the throne of his glory. All the nations will be gathered before him, and he will separate them one from another, as a shepherd divides his sheep from the goats. His sheep hear his voice, and they know him, and they follow him. They hear his voice. The sheep follow the shepherd. Who's your shepherd? Whose voice do you hear? Who are you following? Then, verse 34, then the king will say to those on his right hand, verse 33, he will set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on the left. Verse 34, then the king will say to those on his right hand, come, you blessed of my Father, inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. And once again, I'm going to say that the kingdom isn't after you're dead. His kingdom come, his will be done. Kingdom living is here. It starts here. In your community, in your life, in your neighborhood. Kingdom is here. Come inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world. Verse 35, and here we're getting into the meat of it. For I was hungry, and you gave me food. So the hungry. Who are you serving? I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. Hungry, thirsty. I was a stranger, and you took me in. So someone that's unfamiliar, maybe an alien, or someone that is not quite comfortable in your situation, a stranger, someone that's strange to you. I was a stranger, so the hungry, the thirsty, the stranger. I was naked and you clothed me, those that are in need, those that are in want. I was sick and you visited me. I was in prison and you came to me. Who are you serving? Who are we supposed to be serving as a church? It's pretty clear. And Jesus repeats this again. From verse 42 through verse 43. The hungry, the thirsty, strangers, the naked, the sick, the prisoner. These are the people that we as a church and individuals are supposed to be serving. That's what the king says. Who's your king? Who are you following? Who are you serving? God's a giver. He's always trying to give something to us, always trying to get something to us. And a lot of times we're tight-fisted with our resources. We're tight-fisted with our time. We're tight-fisted because we're worried that we're not going to have enough, or we don't want to share. But I will tell you this. When your hand is closed, holding on to what you have, it never opens, and you can't receive anything. A hand that is open to give also receives. So understand that your resources are for a reason. And as you release them, as a steward of what God has given you and blessed you with, your hands are open to receive from God as well. And trust Him. He blesses giving. He is a giver. And He's always trying to get something to you. But understand, when your hand is always closed, it's not open to receive. When your heart is closed, it's not open to receive. When your mind is closed, it's not open to receive. God's a giver. He's always trying to give something to you, get something to you. And in this season, I want us to be cognizant of that as a church, as individuals, as people. God is a giver. All right, we're going to get back to the text here. Assuredly, this is verse 40. And the king will answer, I'm going to go back to 37. Then the righteous will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? When did we see you a stranger and take you in, or naked and clothe you? Or when did we see you sick or in prison and come to you? Then the king, who is your king, the king will answer and say to them, Assuredly I say to you, inasmuch as you did it to me, or the least of these my brethren, you did it to me. Understand, when you serve people, you are serving Jesus. You are serving the creator of those people. Insomuch as you have done to the least of these, you've done to me. For I was hungry, and you gave me no food. I was thirsty, and you gave me no drink. I was a stranger, and you did not take me in. Naked, and you did not clothe me. Sick and in prison, and you did not visit me. And then they will also answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry or thirsty, or a stranger, or naked, or sick? And again, in verse 45, for emphasis, it's repeated. Assuredly, I say to you, inasmuch as you did not do it to one of the least of these, you did not do it to me, or for me. Understand, we are supposed to serve each other. We're supposed to bless each other. We're supposed to love each other. I would encourage you to do what you can, when you can, for who you can. That's why we're here. We're not here for ourselves. We're here for each other. So I encourage you in this season and every season to love each other, love your neighbor, and do what you can for who you can, when you can. So God bless you and keep you. May his face shine upon you and be gracious toward you and give you peace. Thank you so much for joining me in God Before Coffee. God bless you. Keep well.